Hello everyone. So this is the health reading for Taco Dawn for Thursday, June 5th, 2025. And I'm focusing in on his health only. I know you guys have a lot of questions about, or several of you have questioned about, where is he? Where's Waldo? But I did check on the Hills, I think it's the Hills website, where I just Googled Trump's schedule, and he is scheduled to be in the White House for Thursday, so we'll see. Or actually, I'm sorry, for Wednesday. I'm doing these readings. I always have to do them a day before. He's supposed to be in the White House today, Wednesday, June 4th. But let's look at his health. There, okay. Yeah, he has a bit of a new adventure going on, I suppose. When it comes to health, we're talking nervous system. You know, it's Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius. Yeah. It's not reversed, so I can't say that it looks like being out of body and out of control in his body and reckless and ungrounded today. But I have a feeling he just, had a few days of a lot of rest. I could be wrong. We'll see. Now, his biggest challenge with the, So with the Eight of Cups coming through reversed, again, there's the lymphatic system, and he's not able to get out from under that. So it could be that his nervous system is his nervous system is trying to overcome the fact that he's exhausted. His lymphatic system is not flowing. He's, Saturn in Pisces here with rampant addictions that he's trying to overcome. I don't know. He's overcoming them. He's just, no matter what, he's not going to get out from underneath them with these types of cards that keep coming through. So it's also a card for tumors. It's also one of the eclipse cards, and the eclipse doesn't come up until September. The lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse, comes up in September, but the next full moon is on the 20th, and it's right on his moon, which is part of an eclipse, in his chart. So in the morning, we have the Five of Swords reversed, the Six of Cups reversed. Yeah. He's literally being defeated by his dementia, by his Alzheimer's. Other health meanings with the Five of Swords when it comes to reversed is being a little reclusive and being worried about a funeral, using some new healthcare gimmicks maybe, but having to compromise with, so his mind wants to do a certain thing. His ego wants to do a lot of things. But he's having to compromise with all of those ideas that he thinks he can do and what he can't do, because he's realizing that he can't. And the Six of Cups reversed has him wishing for the good old days on one level, and wishing his kids were around him more, and wishing he had family support, which it's, he does have Don Jr. and Eric, of course, Every time I think of Eric, I always think of Stephen Colbert imitating him with his, the teeth. So there's that. But with a reverse position on the level of health, just like I said, it's dementia and Alzheimer's. Noontime, I don't know if he's releasing some kind of a burden. Well, let me see what else. Four of Cups, yeah. So with the 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands reversed, this is our Saturn in Sag card. So it's usually feeling overwhelmed, but when it's reversed, he's avoiding, well, it is overwhelmed, and he's also avoiding self-responsibility. He's avoiding any responsibility. And he's feeling taken for granted, and it might have something to do with muskmelon, or Fleon, as Libby calls him. Such a perfect name. Delays. Health issues, because it is reversed, is problems with his joints, problems with his liver, gout, high blood pressure, blood sugar issues. And then with the Four of Cups, he might be having tummy troubles because it's our Moon and Cancer card. It's not reversed, but still, we're dealing with apathy and not getting what you want and numbing out and going like, why not? Why don't I get, just like the toddler that he is. So, later in the evening, we have the Hanged Man reversed. And the Eight of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. But the force is in motion all day. Just remember, it's, with that Eight of Cups reversed there, we're definitely dealing with exhaustion and the lymphatic system that's not flowing. And this further reiterates that, level of trouble with the Hanged Man reverse, because again, it's a lymphatic system. It does rule the right side of the brain, and it does have to do with the feet, because Neptune rules Pisces, Pisces rules the feet. But when it's reversed, we're looking at really, just so diluted and unconscious delusions. And this being a traitor, this being an addict, this being somebody who's poisoned. He's poisoning himself with his drugs. And besides the Moon, this is one of my cards for insanity. But only when this card comes through reversed. So, Eight of Swords, we have, with it being Jupiter and Gemini, he's feeling restricted and kind of trapped in his own body and feeling fearful and isolated. And sometimes this is a card of paralysis. So there's that. Now, it's not reversed, but it does rule the nerves and connective tissue and arteries and veins in the body. And because of Jupiter and Gemini, we are talking, because Gemini is the lungs, arms, shoulders, but mostly lungs. And I think this is, both of these are connected, are his long COVID issues. So there's that, respiratory problems there. And, nobody on this planet deserves it more than him. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have the Sun reversed, and wow, 2 majors there. 3 in the whole deck so far. Nikki darling, she put in a comment, and I just loved it. She said, I think that the Sun card reversed is his Sundowning. And, this is later on, late in the evening, but maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe these 4 cards we could just, look at as the entire evening. Because, no matter what, wherever the Sun shows up reversed, it's bad. Because it can be a temporary depression and a major lack of success, but I look at it as breakdown in the bodily systems. And the other clue about which bodily system is that we've got the Moon in Cancer. Again, 2 cards that relate to the Moon in Cancer. And so, this is a flow problem. This is he needs to listen to his body. That's what the moon's all about. And he might be having, it's breakdown of the bodily system, and then with a combo with the High Priestess, this is the fluid balance in the body that's off. And that goes with all these other cards. So again, here's another day where we have confirmation about his lymphatic system being very compromised. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom relating to the foundation. Judgment reversed. No absolution for you. No listening to his higher... well, he's so blocked from his higher self. And I know so many of you would say, he doesn't have a higher self. Everyone does. It's just that we have to do the work to clear out the crusty substance in the soul that then the spirit can shine through. But he hasn't done any of that work, so I hear you. So anyway, with judgment ruled by Pluto, usually, upright, it's honoring your inner calling and trusting your higher self. Like I said, he doesn't have contact there within. So when it comes to reverse, I'm looking at big changes and sometimes time in the hospital. At the least, he's just like refusing to go within and refusing to examine his past decisions and his actions towards, the way he takes care of himself. And so he's going through hell in his own body. Okay? Both of these cards here relate to that. And all of the other cards have to do with, like I said, the lymphatic system. So, okay, that's all I have. Oh, I forgot to remind you guys, if you could join me live. I'll be live at noon. I'm sorry, 11. I'm having to switch the time. 11 a.m. Pacific time today. I would so appreciate it. But otherwise, you can always watch the replay. So, okay, have a wonderful Thursday. Bye.